Let's settle this once and for all. Are the Yoruba people really lazy, or are they too humble to talk about their many achievements? The truth about the Yoruba people: hard work, wealth, and global legacy. For decades, one phrase has echoed in the corridors of conversation: Yoruba people are lazy. But is that true? Or is it just another myth born from ignorance and stereotypes? Today, we dive deep into history, business, education, culture, and global impact of the Yoruba race to uncover the truth about one of Africa's most industrious, creative, and influential tribes, the Yoruba people of Nigeria. The narrative that Yorubas are lazy is not only false, but also an unfortunate product of misunderstanding, bias, and historical distortion. The Yoruba people are among the most industrious, innovative, and intellectually accomplished ethnic groups in Africa, with deep cultural, economic, and academic footprints locally and globally. About the Yoruba. The Yoruba are an ethnic group of over 40 million people, primarily located in southwestern Nigeria, as well as parts of Benin and Togo. A significant diaspora community exists in the Americas, especially Brazil, Cuba, Trinidad. This is largely due to the transatlantic slave trade. The Yoruba are one of the oldest ethnic groups in Africa. Their legendary origin city is Ile-Ife, which is considered the cradle of Yoruba civilization and, in their mythology, the place where the world started. Understanding the root of the stereotype. The lazy label often arises from misinterpreted cultural traits. The Yoruba value kindness, and omoluabi, dignity and integrity, is sometimes mistaken for passivity. Yoruba people's calm and refined manner in professional or public settings may be wrongly interpreted as a lack of urgency or drive. Political or ethnic bias has also fueled divisive stereotypes in national discourse. Yoruba are very respectful and peace-loving. No wonder it is one of the safest locations in Nigeria. The Yoruba culture does not encourage showing off. Historical achievements. Long before colonial footprints touched Nigerian soil, the Yoruba had built one of the most organized societies in Africa. From the Ibadan and the Oyo Empire, renowned for its sophisticated political system, to Ile-Ife, the cradle of civilization known for its art and bronze craftsmanship, the Yoruba people were pioneers of governance, diplomacy, business, and international trade. The Alaafen's court functioned with checks and balances centuries before Western democracy arrived. The Ile-Ife bronzes, dating as far back as the 12th century, are still studied in world museums today, proof of advanced artistry and metallurgy long before Europe's Renaissance. Yoruba are business and entrepreneurship oriented. When it comes to business, Yoruba ingenuity has powered Nigeria's economy for decades. Long before Nigeria discovered oil, the Yorubas had been running international trade with palm oil, cocoa, timber, and other cash crops. Names like Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who built the first television station in Africa and laid the foundation of modern education. Awolowo also built the first skyscraper in Africa in 1965. It is known as the Cocoa House. These were built with proceeds gotten from the exportation of cocoa, whereas some states still don't have a skyscraper in 2025. Also notable names like Mike Adenuga, the founder of Globacom, one of Africa's largest telecom networks. Chief Femi Otedola, energy mogul and philanthropist. Oba Otudeko, an industrialist with vast investments in finance and manufacturing. Mashood Abiola, a great businessman and politician. Razak Okoye, the owner of Eleganza Group. Folorunso Alakija, the richest black woman in the world, just to mention a few. From tech startups in Lagos to traditional markets in Ibadan and Oshogobo, Yoruba entrepreneurship thrives on vision and hard work, not laziness. Wealth and billionaires. The Yoruba tribe holds a unique record, the tribe with the highest number of black billionaires in the world. Out of the 25 richest black billionaires globally, at least 5 trace their roots to Yoruba heritage. This means 1 out of every 5 black billionaires in the world is a Yoruba person. Names like Mike Adenuga, Femi Otedola, Folorunso Alakija, Adebayo Ogulesi, Tope Awatona, all Yoruba. That means 1 in every black billionaire globally is a Yoruba. Did I hear you say this tribe is lazy? This means 20% of black billionaires around the world come from the Yoruba tribe, a stunning testament to industriousness, innovation, and persistence. Yoruba in entertainment. In global entertainment, the Yoruba are not just participants, they are powerhouses. The Yorubas have always dominated the entertainment industry since the days of Fela Kuti, King Sunny Ade, Chief Ebenezer Obey, King Wasiu Ayinde Marshall in the 80s, down to the days of Lagbaja, Tope Alabi. Currently, over 85% of the top 30 artists in Nigeria are from the Yoruba tribe. Some of the notable names are WizKid, Davido, Fireboy, Sei Vibez, Adekule Gold, Ricardo Banks, Kiz Daniel, Asake, Joe Boy, Mayorkan are all Yoruba. Also notable female artists like Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade, Tems, Aya Star, Tenny, Simi, etc. are from this same tribe. Movies. In film and movies, the Yorubas birthed Nollywood's earliest movies. Icons like Tunde Kilani, Funke Akindele, Odunlade Adekola, Kunle Afolayan, and Sola Sobowale have carried Yoruba storytelling to global streaming platforms. Other artists like Deyemi Okanlawan, Kunle Remi, Olu Jacobs, Wale Ojo, Toby Bakare, Omatola, Ayo Mayorkan, Tomi Ojo, Mike Fullerin, Bisola, Omatola, Ruth Kadiri, Bimbo Ademaye, Adoni Ade, Toyin Abraham, just to mention a few. They dominate not just Nigeria screens, but Netflix charts and international film festivals. Medical. Yoruba people are also represented in the medical field. Prof. Thomas Adeyoye Lambo was the first Nigerian and first African psychiatrist trained in Western medicine. He became the Deputy Director General of the World Health Organization in 1971. He is a Yoruba man. Also, Dr. Oluyenka Olutoye, the Nigerian medical doctor who co-led the groundbreaking surgery on a 23-week-old unborn baby, removing a life-threatening tumor and returning the fetus to the womb to continue development. This is the first time this will be done. Indigenous businesses. From multinational corporations to local innovations, Yoruba entrepreneurs own a significant share of Nigeria's indigenous businesses. From Globacom and Telecoms, Oba Otudeko Honeywell Group, Alakija's Farm for Oil, Tantalizers, Forte Oil, Interswitch, Eleganza, Ilizade, FCMB, ValueJet, and smaller manufacturing firms across Lagos to Ekiti, the Yoruba business ecosystem is massive and self-sustaining. Cultural diversity and global influence. Yoruba culture is one of the richest and most respected in Africa. Their language, fashion, and art have become global symbols of African identity. Festivals like Osan Oshogo Festival attract thousands of international tourists yearly. Yoruba traditional attire, Agbada, Gele, Aso Oke, now features on global fashion runways. Yoruba own their own indigenous attire that they locally produce here in Nigeria. Religion and spiritual influence. The Yoruba are the only African people who successfully exported their religion and philosophy across the world. Through the transatlantic slave trade, Yoruba spirituality evolved into Candomblé in Brazil, Santeria in Cuba, and Voodoo in the Caribbean. Also, the worship of Ifa, Osun, and Ogun are popular across the world. Today, millions in the Americas and Europe practice Yoruba-derived faiths, a global spiritual legacy unmatched by any other African tribe. Also in Christianity, the Yorubas are well represented with notable names like Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the Redeemed Christian Church of God; Dr. Daniel Olukoya, Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries; Pastor W.F. Kamoye, Deeper Christian Life Ministry; Bishop David Oyedepo, Living Faith Church Worldwide; Pastor T.B. Joshua, Sionakan Church of All Nations; Pastor Matthew Ashimalawo, Kingsway International Christian Center; Pastor Sam Adeyemi, Daystar Christian Center; Pastor Tunde Bakare, the Citadel Global Community Church, formerly Latter Rain Assembly; Bishop Wale Oke, the Sword of the Spirit Ministry; Pastor Paul Adefarasin, House on the Rock; Reverend Mother Esther Abimbola Ajay, Love of Christ Generation Church, London and Lagos; Pastor Dr. Bola Odeleke, Christ Living Spring Apostolic Ministry.
Yoruba across the world. From Lagos to London, from Bahia to Brooklyn, Yoruba descendants are everywhere, thriving in business, academics, politics, and entertainment. Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, President of the African Development Bank. Iyore Olaye, a senior software engineer at companies like Nava, PBC, and Google, based in the USA, working on large-scale public interest tech projects. Bayo Ogunlesi, the chairman and CEO of Global Infrastructure Partners, a private equity firm. A former investment banker, he is one of the most powerful and wealthy Yoruba businessmen in the world, based in the USA. Kemi Badenoch, a British Conservative Party politician serving as Member of Parliament, MP. Anthony Joshua, a world-renowned boxer. Historical background and education. The Yoruba region was the first to embrace Western education in Nigeria. It is the most educated tribe in Nigeria, producing scholars, professors, and international leaders. The Yoruba were the first to write and read in their local language, thanks to early missionaries in Abeokuta and Ibadan. Education and literacy. The Yoruba is home to the highest concentration of universities in Nigeria and Africa as a whole, from the University of Ibadan, Obafemi Awolowo University, Covenant University, Babcock, University of Lagos, LASU, and many others. This isn't a coincidence, it's legacy. Education is not just a value in Yoruba land, it's identity. Yorubas have produced some of Africa's most brilliant minds, earning global recognition. Professor Wole Soyinka, the first African Nobel laureate in literature. Professor Bolaji Akinyemi, Professor Adebayo Adedeji, and Professor Oyinka Omigobodan, intellectuals who have influenced international policy, economics, and medicine. Thomas Adeoye Lombo, Yoruba psychiatrist, first Western-trained psychiatrist in Africa, served at the WHO. Akinwumi Isola, Yoruba scholar, playwright, novelist, promoter of the Yoruba language. In. Yemi Elebuibon, Yoruba writer, linguist, cultural historian, Ifa priest, academic lecturer. Universities like the University of Ibadan and Obafemi Awolowo University were founded and driven by Yoruba visionaries emphasizing education and self-development. Yoruba culture prizes education and intellectual discourse. It's why even rural Yoruba communities push for schooling and self-improvement. Yoruba contributions beyond Nigeria. Yorubas have made significant marks globally in academia, business, and governance. In the diaspora, descendants of Yoruba people form core communities in Brazil, Cuba, and Trinidad, where Yoruba religion and culture, Ifa, Orisha worship, etc., have survived centuries of slavery and assimilation. Yoruba professionals thrive in the UK, US, and Canada, leading in medicine, technology, law, and education. For example, Dr. Ola Brown, founder of Flying Doctors Nigeria. Kemi Badenoch, British politician and UK Secretary of State. Silas Adekunle, a Nigerian-born British robotics entrepreneur, is the world's highest-paid robotics engineer. Politics, public service, and governance. Obafemi Awolowo, key nationalist leader, Western Region Premier, champion of free education and federalism. Bayo Ahmed Tinubu, current Nigerian president, former governor of Lagos State, influential national political figure. Olusegun Obasanjo, from Yoruba origin, served as Nigerian head of state and later president, significant for governance and policy. Yemi Osinbajo, Yoruba legal scholar and politician, vice president of Nigeria, 2015 to 2023. Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, Yoruba woman activist, feminist, and political pioneer. The final word. So when next someone says Yorubas are lazy, remind them of the empires, the billionaires, the musicians, the universities, and the global religions that began with this tribe. The next time someone says Yorubas are lazy, please send them this video. The truth is undeniable. Yorubas are not lazy. They are visionaries, builders, dreamers, the pillar that holds the Nigerian business, education, entertainment, financial sector. And their story continues to inspire the world. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's celebrate truth, history, and the incredible legacy of the Yoruba people. Laziness doesn't build empires, cities, or global brands. Yoruba excellence did.